Welcome back to Conversations with Relleasy, where genuine conversations turn into long-lasting moments. Today, I got my man, my brother, East New York's finest.
I'm from the style, but like Flatbush,
That's crazy. Bedford Stuyvesant, New York's
Sheepshead,
finest,
all that.
Brooklyn's
Yeah.
finest. Lomein Fresh is in the building.
Yes, my brother.
What up?
How you doing, my brother?
I feel good, man.
Yeah, beautiful day.
Yeah. Before we even get into it, right? I thought you was from East New York.
Nah,
That's crazy to me.
nah. My pops had a house on Cleveland and New Lots, like, but yeah, but
Not claiming the East is kind of crazy though.
yeah,
Like
nah.
you don't want to claim it.
Nah,
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna do that. Cause
What
I
size
like,
you wear?
well, huh?
What size you wear in shirts?
Like medium.
I got a shirt for you.
All right, good looking.
I have my own clothing line. So hey NYC Fashion. I wanted to bring a shirt for you.
Thank you, my brother.
And you said you wear a lot. Stan, where's my shirt?
That's my son MJ right there with the grill.
Yeah. You said you wear large, right, Stan? This for you. Yes, sir. All right. So, yo, you had a fashion show yesterday.
Yeah, it was a fashion show. Shout out to my bro, So Rich. He had a fashion show on Steinway, and yeah, we was a part of it. It was cool. It was calm. It was some cool exposure.
I saw some footage. You was modeling too.
Nah, I came through at the end, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you was
I came through
modeling.
at the end with the designers. I wish I would have. I wish I would have. Like looking back, I appreciate the moment. So it definitely helped.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely helped.
So, Lomein, New York City, right? I always thought that was a fly name, by the way. That to have for a clothing line. Cliche question. How did you even come up with that name?
Well, see, for me, it's like, I look at New York instead of looking at New York like a rotten apple or the Big Apple. I say like as Lo Mein. You got different styles of Lo Mein. You got different cultures of people, and we all in this box together. So it's just like you got chicken Lo Mein, shrimp Lo Mein. You don't, you're a vegan. You got vegetable Lo Mein. But in the same sense, we got different people, different cultures, different backgrounds. Even in Brooklyn, even in Manhattan, Queens, is diverse. And on another note, like when you look at lo mein, it's not just something that's an Asian dish. You go to Caribbeans, people out there making lo mein. So it's also added to that aspect.
So, would you consider yourself to be a clothing designer? Or do you have your own clothing line?
Nah, I mean, I'm just like, I have a brand. It's not just a clothing line or clothing design. It's just more so brand because it's something that's been going on and it's a part of like a lifestyle. Like this is something that I could have or will have from, socks to towels, things of that nature, household decor, and it's more so branding.
And how did the door come about?
So the dog's name is Saki, and it's a representation of the underdog. Coming from where we come from. I'm not supposed to have a store in Dumbo. You feel me? I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I'm supposed to still be incarcerated. I had the opportunity to, through my appeal, to give back time and get resentenced. So
Before you was always a fly dude since I've known you, and one day you just woke up and said, "Let me just start my own brand."
nah.
Like, where did the inspiration come from?
I mean, it came from just being like in it from forever. But when I caught my case, it was more so like I just couldn't be remembered as a dude that get fresh and threw parties and move like this. It was like, how I'm gonna leave my imprint? Like, what we gonna do?
I was looking. You and I are Facebook friends. We've been friends for the longest on Facebook.
Facts.
And I seen something that it was like 10 years ago. If I could be wrong, like 10, 12 years ago. And I seen you posting your brand, right? So you were incarcerated. During that time, how much time, you mind sharing how much time you did?
I did 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. Out of 12, I did 10.
Oh, you had 12?
So I initially had 19. Then I got resentenced to 12. And then out of 12, I did 10.
What? All right. So why will you? First of all, I feel like everybody that does a bid comes home more successful than the people who've been home for the
I don't
thing.
know. Like I think it's just more so understanding what you tap into. Like because I tell people like individuals when we was in there, like we had in a sense an advantage because we got time to think. And once you really understand the presence and the energy of now and the power of now, you understand life. So when you get out, it's just more so making it more practical as opposed to just like theory.
I heard that you said you listen to a lot of Nipsey,
Word, word.
and like you got a lot of
Yeah,
inspiration from
yeah,
Nipsey when
hell
he was behind the
yeah. Nip,
wall.
hell yeah. Nip, like his music, what he spoke for, like what he spoke about, what he did, like it was just inspiring. You feel me? Like I was listening to Nip like '08, '09, him, French, Montana back in the days. And for me it was just more so like understanding like where where he come from and what he was speaking about, he did it. And it wasn't like I'm shedding light on that. I'm gonna show you the positive aspect. It's more so like the underdog aspect and the marathon, you know.
How did you keep your faith when you was in jail?
Keep my faith. I think family, friends, every jail I went to, people knew about the brand. I was still selling Lomein while I was incarcerated. Like I did a documentary while I was incarcerated.
I think I seen that,
I was a part of a documentary while I was
and it went
incarcerated.
viral.
Yeah, I was a part of some joint called College Behind Bars. I graduated, got my bachelor's. So, prison was just more so like I was working while I was waiting. It wasn't like,
You still had purpose.
of course, of course, you
Yeah.
gotta have like. For me, it was just like my family, my friends, my people, and the people that I had with me in there. It was just more so understanding like who you are, what you want, and going forward.
So you came home early, right? Supposed to do 19. Then it got dropped to 12. You end up doing 10. Welcome home. If
Thank
I
you.
never told you.
Grateful.
You had a flagship store. That's what you call it, right?
Yeah, it's the flagship now.
In Dumbo.
Yes.
So I seen it, and it was like a duration. I think it was maybe
Oh
for
yeah,
like a
yeah.
week.
So I had a pop up shop. So it was a pop up shop for a couple days. No, it was like a couple days. Then it got extended to like a week, and then
Who plugged you in with that?
my homegirl. So my homegirl plugged me in to her homegirl, and it was just
She said, "Hey, you want to pop up shop in one of the best
nah.
parts of
So
Brooklyn?"
she was just like, yo, my homegirl got a space. Maybe you could utilize it, whatever the case may be. And then it was just went from that to like tapping in and tying in and building a real relationship.
It's the last day of the pop up. Let's just say it was
Like August something, September something.
all right, September 9th. Right?
Yeah.
September 9th. Last day, y'all. Hold on. It's the last day. How did you get the store forever?
Well, because at that point in time, I had made enough money to pay for some more time. And I said, instead of just, for me, it was just like, I'm thinking long game. I'm not just going to let it up.
So you say, hey, I want to do it for a little longer. Then that kept going.
Nah, it just was like the longer was just the long run.
The rent, just all right, take it over.
I mean, I'm grateful for that. It wasn't something that I knew I was going to do, but once it happened, it was just like, this is what's going to happen. This is for you. Like everything that transpired was just, it just was like, yo, here, this is for you.
Yeah, Dumbo was like, it's like having a store in Soho.
Yeah, that's Brooklyn Soho.
Yeah.
You being out there today, you see, like
The energy
even you
was
being
crazy,
you
bro.
seeing individuals, you feel me. Then you seeing other individuals, and then you see the customer base, people coming in. Like it's just a whole different. It's a whole different energy.
And I feel like everybody on that block is like supports each other. Because even when
Yes.
I pulled up, they was like, yo, park right here. Yo, move your truck right here.
Yeah, it's about community, and I think for me, and this is like when you were speaking earlier, like when you said, me being from East New York. Nah, I'm like originally from the Star, but I grew up Flatbush and Sheepshead, and as well as East New York too. But I grew up like in Brooklyn, and having to move around and be around everybody helped me build community, helped me build relationships, and understand how powerful relationships is. Prison did too.
Mm-hmm. Stan, you do, what does Dumbo stand for? What does Dumbo stand for? My man made something up today.
He said I made it up.
Yeah, this dude's like a Brooklyn. He knows everything about Brooklyn.
I know a lot about Brooklyn. I don't know everything. I know a lot. I know some history about Brooklyn.
Yeah. Can you share with us what Dumbo stands for?
So Dumbo stands for Down Under Manhattan Bridge Overhead.
That's not crazy. I'm using that today at my basketball game. So you know what Dumbo stand for? Yeah, you bum ass nigga. Yeah.
Bum ass nigga. Hey, you a bum.
Yeah.
Overhead, override. Yeah.
So, like I said, since I've known you, you've been a stylish guy. What separates your style from everyone else's? What makes your style different?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I think for me,
How would you describe your style?
I'll just be me. I feel like it depends because it's like, all right, prior to my incarceration, I was wearing everything that a lot of people are probably wearing now, right? Like, you look at MCM, How the Youth, and people wearing it, the Jordan ones and the Babe and stuff like that, stuff that I was wearing as a teen.
And now it's still relevant.
It's still relevant, right? The things that have changed is the jeans, the style of jeans, the name of jeans, but it's a lot of stuff coming back. So for me, it's just like, I like to be me. Whatever I like.
Fresh, please, bro.
What?
This dude's, every episode, he like drops something or spills water.
That's Stan. That's Stan the man. Like, that's his thing.
All right, so before that even took place, right? Mm-hmm. I see that a lot of trends are resurfacing, like you just said, right? Mm-hmm. One trend that I personally don't like is like the extra baggy. I like it on women though, but the extra baggy jeans.
I mean, I do that. I have that in my closet.
You got the extra baggy joints?
Yeah, I got that because for me, it's like me getting out of prison, right? Like, I had visions of stuff that I was gonna wear once, you know, like I still have to put stuff together. You feel me? Like, but it's certain silhouettes that you put together. And big jeans or big like oversized pants is cool if you know how to put it together.
What are some trends what are some trends that you don't approve of, like, I can't get with this?
I mean, it depends on the person, because I mean, for me, it's certain things I'm not gonna do. But
which ones?
I mean, I just wouldn't. I mean, I just wouldn't do certain things. Like, I mean, for me,
like what trends?
I don't know what is a trend though. Like when it comes to certain things, like it might not be trendy because a lot of people don't do it. Some people have done it, but it doesn't mean a lot of people are doing it. You feel me? Like maybe dudes wearing like colored nail polish or something to that extent. I'm not doing that. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like
I'm definitely not doing that.
You feel me? Like you're gonna get your
crochet buckets. You do crochet bucket hat?
I mean, I might. I do buckets. I love buckets, so I just might. Okay. It depending on what it is, like that. I'm not going. I don't know, but I just might.
I get what you're saying. Like you're not really kind of like in tune. Not saying you're out of the loop, but in tune for it to be like, oh, I don't really like this.
Yeah, because it's art. It's an expression, right?
Right.
How you look, that's like a reflection of how you feel. Right, you got Basquiat on the wall, right? Mm-hmm. Some people were walking outside at a point in time. People didn't appreciate this. They didn't appreciate the value of this, right?
You think so?
I know so. It's a fact.
They didn't appreciate Basquiat?
Yeah, it's a fact. Hell yeah, he was doing postcards and all that. He was a graffiti artist. They didn't appreciate him. He was from the hood. All this was like a mockery of what they was doing, like, but his version. And that's in the same sense, like, it's art. You walking out in a fit that somebody might not appreciate right now, but years later, you like, damn, that's crazy. crazy.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So a lot of brands, right, have collaborative moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, Bape and Adidas,
Mm-hmm.
Kiffin, Bergdorf,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right? Do you see Lomein having some
I do.
collaborations?
I
And
do.
if so, who would you like to collaborate
I
with?
think for me, just more so like the ones that make sense. Right. If I do a collaboration, I'm gonna do a collaboration with like a dish company,
Oh, who?
like dishes.
Dishes?
Yeah,
Like Dawn dish detergent?
no, like dishes in the sense of plates and like forks and knives and things of that like either way.
Oh, so you don't even want to do a clothing collaboration. You want
I mean, yeah, that'll happen, but I think more so I'm thinking outside, like
that's dope.
you feel me? I'm thinking to that extent.
Like having Lomein pots.
You feel me?
That's ill.
Things of that nature.
What makes you want to step away from the clothing?
It's
line?
not even stepping away because, like I said, it's branding.
Mm,
When you think about Ralph Lauren, you don't think about just clothes, right? You could get Ralph Lauren sheets, pillows.
that's taken to the next level though.
I think that's the only way to go. That's it.
I wasn't even expecting that. That's tough. Lomein, Martha Stewart
You feel
collection.
me? You know, something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
I see your vision.
I mean, because you would think about like I started the brand in 2011. I lost that trial in 2013. My business partner, my brother Tanner,
Shout out to Tanner.
definitely. He kept it going for the years in between and things of that nature, right? Like for us, we did a lot in those times. Like you said, it's that next level, and it's not like we still doing all the way clothes. You know, we still doing apparel. We got dog clothes. I think for me, going to Dumbo changed my perspective even more
It opened your mind up.
because it's like you open up your you open up like your fish tank, your shark tank, or like your snake tank. You know that environment, how big that tank is, how big that animal will grow, or what that animal can see.
Yeah, but you put him in his natural habitat.
You know what I mean? Like now me being over there, I'm like, oh snap, I could, oh yeah, all right.
So when people saw the dog in the logo, were they asking you, "Hey, do you sell dog clothes?"
Yeah.
So they gave you the.
No, I always had that. Like when I was locked up, I got a book. I got a whole bunch of visions. This was always in the plans.
Okay.
So it's just manifesting.
It's crazy how, because Dumbo is. I think Dumbo. Everybody has dogs out there. They walking their dogs out there.
They have the community, and I trained dogs when I was locked up too. Right? Yeah, I had a dog. I was
Had
in
a dog
fish.
in jail.
Yeah, when I was in fish scale, I had a dog. I had a couple dogs. There's a puppy program, PBB, puppies behind bars, and you train labs. I was training Labradors. Facts. My dog is on Brown University. Her name Elvie. And my other dog, my son Henry, ATF.
Training dogs. While you were incarcerated. Now, you had a vision for doing this. So then you say, you know what? Let me make dog clothes. What? Some way, somehow, you thought of that. You come home, you get a space in Dumbo that has a lot of dogs in the area.
It's a manifestation,
What?
bro. I can't make this up. Like when my people or my brothers that was incarcerated, or they come and they come to the store, they come to see me or whatnot, and they just be like, yo, bro, this is crazy. We spoke about this. We seen this. Like it's like everything happening to just be like, yo. I sit back and I just be like, I'm grateful, bro. Ain't nothing else for me to say, but I'm grateful.
So you mentioned that you participated in Ramadan.
Yeah, definitely.
And during that time,
Definitely.
is that a time of manifestation for you as well?
Definitely. So like how I got into Ramadan was like I lost at trial May 16th, 2013. And then my direct appeal hearing was May 16th, 2016. 3 years to the day that I blew trial. So it was like, whoa. Anyways, that was the first year I did like participated in Ramadan. I broke my fast 7 times. That July I gave back 7 years. The 7th month I gave back 7 years. So for me, that was just like, oh, hold on, there's something powerful in this. When you show discipline, you have a opportunity to live longer because now you're not feeding yourself with too much, right? And then you feeding yourself with a whole bunch of different type of energy. You think quicker, you move quicker. People think, yo, I can't live, I can't, nah. You be swift. So for me, it was that process and understanding that from then on, I'm participating in Ramadan. I'm fasting.
When you pray, what do you usually pray for?
I just pray for greatness, like for health and wealth. Like this conversation is prayer. So when I talk, I try to manifest the best things possible. I try to be in the moment and see the best things possible. Because that's prayer, that's conversation.
You told me earlier that sometimes you seem unapproachable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you heard that before.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You think that. Why do you think people feel that way?
I don't know why.
You have
They
such a great spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think it's just my eyebrows, probably my face. Like I got a serious face, so that's probably what it is. But I know when people do get around me to an extent, like, and they feel my energy, it's like, oh, you got good energy. Like I walk in the streets, dogs, people, like, and they, yo, man, good. And I'm always shouting people out because I'm like, we the underdogs. Like for real. When you spell underdog backwards, you got God renew. This is like,
Yo, what? Say it again.
when you spell underdog backwards, you have God renew.
And you thought of this after you created the underdog phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you was in the cosmos.
I did that. Like I was sitting in the spot. I was sitting in the cell one day, and I was just writing and doodling, and I just be like doing certain writings, and I just spelled it backwards. Like, oh wow, because I always knew dog backwards was God. Right. So then it was like under. Yeah.
This is nothing to do with this, right? So they say dog is a man's best friend. Dog senses good people. Dog, like you ever seen these videos where you're walking somebody's walking their dog down the block and the dog is like, yo, nah, don't go. You think that because of that reason, it's something to do with that?
I think dogs and the human relationship is one of companionship, right? A dog, for the most part, when they go to sleep, they dream about their owner, the person that's who they dream about. You are considered family to them. So when a dog looks at you, they're not looking at you as just like you're their source of food. This is how they see you. Their loyalty is like for free when you show them genuine love. Like my understanding of training dogs is the same relationship that you could have with people because you got different type of like aspects of training. You got classical conditioning and operative conditioning. There's different mindsets and psyches. You play on it, the training. All right, if I want this dog to behave in this manner, I'm gonna train this dog. I'm gonna give it attention when it does the things that I want it to do, as opposed to giving it attention for the things I don't want it to do. Because if I give it attention for the things I don't want it to do, then that's how it's gonna continue to bark and jump on me. And I'm like, but if I don't pay that no mind, they're not gonna do it because they want my attention. So now when you're looking at relationships, it's based off of attention too. The dog gives the human attention, the human gives the dog attention.
When people think of Lomein, the brand, what do you hope they get from what you have to offer?
For me, I just hope they love it. Like I like my thing is when people wear it, I like to see how they feel. You know, like I love when people get excited when they wear it and they like that makes me feel good. Like if I only have 10 customers, it doesn't matter to me because I'm gonna focus on them 10 customers. Them 10 customers is gonna be my family. You feel me? As opposed to, because that's just how I see it. Like you believe in my vision. You family. You investing in my vision. You family. It's a whole different perspective.
Yo, and that kind of comes full circle with the way you just described the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Because the dog dreams
Family.
about, yeah, now you consider family. That's a great way to look at it. Now you're loyal to your customers because they're loyal to you.
Mm-hmm. And then for me, it's just like I'm just like it's a lot of things that for me is still new. I only been home a year and a month. What's today?
What's today? April 14th.
14th. Yeah, tomorrow gonna be a year and a month.
Wow.
Right? So for me, it's like it's still processing and things that I'm still getting with business. You feel me? And bettering customer service or this packaging or so on and so forth. It's still things like that, but I'm focusing on branding. You understand?
You talk with so much passion. When was the last time you cried?
Probably like what month we in? April. Probably like when my homegirl, one of my friends, she passed away like December, January, somewhere around there. Like, yeah, I cried because like she was a person that my homegirl Alyssa, she was a person that helped me while I was incarcerated, and she had got my documentary put together. They had came into prison and recorded me and so on and so forth, and it was through her. And then when I got out, she did another interview, got me another interview. So she played a major role in, you know, my story being told and things of that nature. So she passed away from sickle cell. Yeah, so
My condolences.
yeah, thank you. I mean, for the most part, it's just really, you know, it's about the underdogs, and she was one of them. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question about your situation. You mind?
I mean, we good.
What made you take it to trial though?
Cause bro, like I'm looking like, you know, I had the brand, I had my job. I wasn't like, I couldn't just give up like that. Like I felt like, honestly and truthfully, I felt like going to trial was me showing how bad I wanted what I wanted. And what I was willing to risk and what I was willing to give up.
Nice. And if you didn't take it to trial, what would have been the time?
5 years.
So all right. So now this is the question.
To me, 5 and 25 when I ain't do no time sounded the same. I'm 23 years old. I got my own crib. I got my business. I'm doing. You feel me? Like prison. I can't just accept that. Like I couldn't. That's not something you gotta just send me there. You gotta put me there. I'm not gonna just voluntarily go. That's just me. I can't.
So they was like either 5 or 25, and you said, "Let's go, let's do it."
Yeah, pretty much. And I got 19. What? Yeah.
And
but then I got rhythm in my direct appeal because it was excessive sentencing. You know, they basically fried me at that point in time because I went to trial. But that's my right. You have the right to trial.
So when you take things to trial, you have to right, in lack of other words, fry somebody.
Well, if you lose,
right?
Yeah,
They can say 50.
I mean, it depends on the sentencing guidelines. So it depends on your charges and your sentencing guidelines. Like he basically gave me, I had 19 years and then 5 years post, so that was 24 years. So being 23 and hearing that, I'm like, I know I'm not doing all that time.
So this is a strange question. Mm-hmm. You would have did the 5, right? Mm-hmm. Came home. Mm-hmm. something else would have been happening. Obviously, because you're a great person and you're a go-getter, you would have had a different situation, but you wouldn't have Dumbo. You wouldn't be doing some of the things you're doing now. So are you grateful for that?
I'm super grateful,
the
bro.
10?
I'm what? Listen, and I know it be sounding crazy to a lot of people, but I got my bachelor's degree. I trained dogs. I learned how to sew. I was working in a tailor shop when I was in Clinton. I built real relationships with real people. It helped me understand me. You feel me? I did a lot of reading, did a lot of working on myself. And I built relationships with my family. Not to say I couldn't have done this outside, but everything happens for a reason.
But that was a bridge to enhance those things that you just mentioned.
I wouldn't have got my bachelor's had I been home. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Maybe I would have finished and got my AA, but I wouldn't have got my
What was your
bachelor's.
major?
Literature humanities.
Damn, I never even heard of that. That sounds fancy.
Nah,
Can't even say it.
it's liberal arts basically. So my bachelor's is in science.
Literature, humanities.
Yeah, facts. Literature humanities. Where I wrote my thesis, like my thesis paper on Kanye.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So your thesis was how many? My thesis
Like
was
54 pages.
54 pages?
54.
My thesis was 28 pages.
Yeah, 54, and it still wasn't like I'm actually reworking it now so I could like put it out. I wrote a couple books and stuff, so I'm gonna put it together, and I could also utilize it as a curriculum,
What's some of your favorite books that you read?
Secret, The Alchemist, man's search for meaning. Spook that sat by the door. Message to a Black Man. Malcolm X. Between the World and Me. Yo, bro, I could keep going.
You went crazy.
I could.
What was out of the ones you just named? What would you recommend to me, and why?
It's one I didn't name that I would recommend to you.
Okay,
Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
I read it.
Oh, see? Exactly.
Yeah. I want to say it.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
that's
one of my favorite books.
I see. But I would recommend that to you because of, conversation we had.
Right.
Like, all right, that's a book I would recommend. So another book that maybe you haven't read, maybe The Alchemist, if you read that. All right, so you read The Four Agreements as well. See, these are books that I would like, all right, cool. You ever read this book called I'm about to tell you right now, Celestine Prophecy?
Celestine Prophecy. It's a green book.
All right, no, I'm just saying. These are books that I would recommend to you feel me? Just because that's just one of those things. Like, I don't know where you at in life or on your journey, but I know those books will help individuals find different things.
Nothing happens by coincidence.
Yeah, but all right. So you ever read Contagious by Jonas Burgers?
That's an orange book, right? With the
like a little
the wish blow on it. Yeah.
You read it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a couple others. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. You ever read Between the World and Me?
No, I never read that one.
Read that.
I got you.
There you go. I knew I was gonna find something.
I'm hitting with something.
Yeah.
Who you think you are, homie?
Yeah, nah, that's
you
good.
Read more than me.
No, those books.
You read more than me. You
not even.
You read coconut water by the
That's
ocean.
fire. That's really fire because
that was amazing. Just now.
Because the reality of it is, bro, like when you really have conversations with people, what helps me even like in Dumbo is the mere fact that I've read a lot of books, right? And I can have conversations about a vast of things, right? And when people do come in the store, like I had a customer one time, and his son name was Plato, and I read Plato's Republican. So me and his son started having a conversation about his name.
Books will put you in universes and worlds that you never thought you would be in.
Tell me about
never
it.
Thought you would enter.
Tell
Take
me
your
about
mind
it.
to a whole different place. Right now, there's an author. Her name is Bell Hooks.
Oh, I've written papers on Bell Hooks.
Yeah.
She was a feminist. She passed away like 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, about 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know much about her personally.
I referenced her in a lot of my writings and things. Yeah, because I had a black feminist class, black and Latina feminist class, and she was She was a part of that. Like her writings was a part of that.
I had a black and Latina feminist class. Like, what is that? Like, what do you get from that? Like, why would you take a feminist class?
Oh, because it was just like understanding what it like the different views, right? Like you got feminists and you got womanists. You know, you have different like different understandings of
Yo,
what.
educate me. What is a feminist?
I don't want to get into that
Real quick, please.
because it's different definitions. You have this. Is what I'm saying, like you have. It's just like saying like to a degree, and I don't want this to be like seen, but it's like saying feminist is like saying like I'm a Democrat or saying like it's like a political party in a sense because it's an ideology. So you have womanists that have a certain ideology. You have feminists that have a certain ideology. Some people may look at the term and say what a feminist is really a womanist. So for me, what I would say is I can't define it, and I'm not gonna define it. I'm not gonna do that.
That's crazy.
I don't know that much to define it. That's what I'll say. I'm not that educated on it to define it. I've read a lot of literature on it, but I'm not gonna sit here and
Diplomatic.
say gotta be, especially when it comes to that. I don't play.
The reason why I asked because I felt like you were just saying it in a positive light.
Oh yeah, but see that's the thing about it because it might be positive to like some people, but to others it may not be. And for me, it's like I've written poetry on like stuff like this. You feel me? Utilizing like Audre Lorde, and she's a writer from that time. She's a feminist. She was a lesbian. But these are things like different understandings of what it is because a black feminist is different from a white feminist. You understand what I'm saying? Like they might have different ideologies and different understandings. So I can't tie my like I'm not gonna generalize it. I can't. I'm not gonna.
You're speaking in Rubik's Cube right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So as a person who loves just fashion period, if you could wear 3 brands, not aside from Lomein,
okay,
all right, for the rest of your life, what would they be?
The Crate.
I like that. Can I have a follow that?
Of course. The Crate. Best I Fly.
Shout out to my man Steve.
And GBC. I'm where my people's.
Oh,
like,
I like that.
I ain't going, you feel me? Like I'm gonna mix and match other people's stuff if I have the ability to, but I like respectfully, like I deal with my people because it's like Hellstar deals with, you know, probably gallery department and so on and so forth. Like, and that's the you know, that's that view. But for me, it's just like I like high end stuff, but I feel like they make high end stuff too. I feel like Steve might be the like Kif. Best I Fly is like the like Kif for us. You feel me?
Right.
And GBC might be like, you know, like a Zara's or something for Flatbush. You feel me? Like it's different views. It's like when it comes to fashion, it's different perspectives. Like we could have a whole conversation on that.
What's one brand that you miss that you felt like for me, for example, I miss Nudie. Not saying Nudie don't still make things.
That's crazy. I got a pair of Nudies in a spot I had from like 05, 06, maybe, yeah.
They doing something. What they doing, like reconstructive denim? Oh, no. Like, what are y'all doing?
But see, Nudie?
Yeah,
I don't know. I go to the store. I went to the store to get my joints put together, and I had a black pair. I gave it to my intern, and he didn't know what they were, but he didn't appreciate them. But you know, that's just kids these days.
Yo, I want to mention that too. Yeah. Well, how did you find an intern?
Nah, so they stumbled upon the store. Like, so it was a guy and this lady, and they stumbled upon the store, and they was looking at the clothes, and then they was having a conversation, and I asked him what did he do. He said he works for Adverse Youth, social justice, and I'm like, word. We just started talking. He asked me, like, I told him my story. I just got out, so on and so forth. And he was like, yo, would you take on interns? I'm like, hell yeah, bring them in. So from then on, I'm on my 3rd intern. It's like an 8-week program.
And they're getting credits for that.
They get paid.
You paid them?
No, the program pays them. I'm not gonna say I do. I pay them in other ways. Like I might, depending on their grades and stuff like that, I'll give them free clothes. Yeah. Like one of my last interns, he had 90s and like Judah was, he put it together. I give you a hoodie. This hoodie's $150. I'm gonna give it to you.
Shout out to my man Judah, man.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Judah.
Who was the? Not even gonna ask you that.
Nah, Judah.
I'm not answering that. Yeah. Who was your best intern? I'm not answering.
Right now, Judah definitely.
Oh, Judah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And that's because like my new intern, and like he's talented, but he's not like he's still learning himself. He's 16. You know, Judah was 17. You know, my other intern, he was 18. You know, he had a different process than everybody else. He had like, you know, a kid on the way. Is everybody's story is different, so they approach it a bit different. So for me, I try to make it a safe haven, and even Tanner, like he make it a safe haven too, just for them to come and be themselves. You need help with homework, or you want to have a conversation, because I'm not here to teach you how to work. I'm here to teach you how to like find something that you love to invest in. You know, like, all right, if you got a kid on the way, you need a trade. Go to school to get a trade. If you're not gonna finish school, go get a trade. Be a plumber or electrician, because you'll have the ability in 2 to 3 years to really provide for your family and have your own business. Right? Now, if you want to do clothes, this is how you do it. All right, pay for this, and you know, just show them the way. Give them the game in a sense. And it's not like whatever they do with it, they gonna do with it, but it's to show them another way.
You like a part of Dumbo now, like.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, you're a part of the community and the culture.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You just moved your way in. Like,
nah, what it is just me being me, and like Tanner being Tanner, like us being us, like, and the energy and the vibrations we bring to Dumbo. Like, we not bringing no craziness. We bringing real vibes and real culture. Like, they come and they see and they hearing the stories. Like, we have the owners of the restaurant, so real people, like real owners wearing the brand, and they walking by and it's, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how you doing? We having conversation. My family's inside, and they inside the store, and they come inside and they meet them, and it's just like, oh, really? Like,
what you said? You out here wearing European.
Yeah.
Now I got say it. What you said?
Yeah, no. So I'm saying, like, like a lot of people in certain mindsets, you know, they chasing the European brands. Like, you know, they want to wear the Balenciaga.
What was the quote?
Oh, so basically, like, y'all here basically, you know, wanting to wear European, and I basically have the Europeans wearing my brand. Like, I like, that's just how I see it. Because now
that was fly.
And it's not even in no sense, no slight.
That wasn't fly still?
It's no slight or nothing. It's just the reality, because it's like, I have real relationships with these people, right? And they wearing it because they know it's cool and they like it. But what happens is, my people, you know, they gonna wait till they is all the way in, you know.
Why do you think our culture is so fixated on?
We spoke about this earlier. I told you, like,
that's why I said I didn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, it's just the reality.
We had a whole conversation earlier. Can't help it.
It's just like, yo, because like of education. You read Outwitting the Devil, brother. You know the answers. Like education plays a major role. Like public education and the different types of education, what we watch, what we see on the computer, what we see on the streets, like all that's information going into our data bank, and how we process it, how everybody else process it is different. How you might interpret this is different from how I might interpret it, because I might have different ways to interpret it. Everybody doesn't have a kaleidoscope to see different views. Some people really got a telescope. They only really see one view.
How do you maintain your mental health?
You
seem just like,
for me, it's because I'm grateful, bro. Like, gratitude. Like, in addition to, you know, being around people, writing, creating, having conversations, like having conversation with people about things that I went through, and just my brotherhood, the people that I was incarcerated with, like I'm still tied in with them. Like we chill. Like everybody I was with my last 4 years of my incarceration, 4 or 5 years, majority of them had a bachelor's degree. Like they work in social justice, work in the political field, working there. Like they doing something in life. So when we sit back and we conversate about life, it's like we really doing what we said we was doing, and we hold one another accountable. Accountability.
Having accountability partners that's important.
What? They hold you accountable, because if you mess up, you silly, you bugging out. They
Right.
take you all the way up top. Like, what? You bugging.
You's working out?
I was working out.
500 push-ups a day?
Nah, I wasn't doing no 500 push-ups a day. Nah, that wasn't, hell no.
Nah, I wasn't doing 500.
I wasn't doing, because real talk, like, I'm a lazy working out type of guy. Like, I don't like weights. So my workout, like, when I do get back in the gym and when I do, like, work out, my only weightlifting I do is military press, right? Because it's a full body workout. So I'm good with that, as opposed to anything else. I like cardio and calisthenics, because that stay with you. Like, I ain't really been working out like that, and I can still peel off a little bit and be all right. But for the most part, it's like, working out is just being healthy. I play basketball. You know, I walk a lot. I love to walk. Everywhere I go, I walk. I have a car. Even a rental, I still walk, because I like to see things. I see people. I've run into so many people by walking and being outside, even taking the train and just moving and grooving. I see people. And that's just the type of person I am. I like to see people, because now it sparks conversation. Oh, I seen Fresh. Yo, I seen Lomein. And, you know, just, it's real. You tapping into the people.
You become more known and popular. Let's say you become famous. Like
I don't really want to be famous. I just
I
want
know
the
it's
money.
hard, it's tough though. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you be one of them dudes that be riding the bike and taking the train on your Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Facts.
Like,
Wow. I feel like I'm going to keep, people be saying the train is crazy. It remind me of the prison yard. Tell you the truth. Like, it really do. Like, the tension be thick. Everybody on point. You know, then you got the, you know, people that's coming through. You just got to pay attention. I feel comfortable. Not to say that it's crazy, but I understand the environment. It's just like, this is sick. What, like, why are you paying $290 to go through this?
I always had would you agree that routine is a part of someone's success?
Yeah, your success is in your schedule, brother.
Right, yeah. So I feel like, because I worked in the prison system before, I always had a certain type of admiration for people who were incarcerated, because they had such a strict routine. And I feel like once they even come home from their situation, they maintain some of those things as well. Like, you still make your bed a certain way?
Still make, I always made my bed, but I make my bed even more, because it's just like, that's a part of my day, because of the simple fact.
Your bed's made right now?
Yeah.
It's cap.
No, it's no
You
cap.
make it. You made it this morning?
Yeah. No, I made it before I left. You heard? That's a fact. Because today I didn't even sleep, bro. I told you, I like working, fashion show.
So you work a job and you're a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Why do you still
Because like, one,
still have your job?
I'm on parole.
Okay.
2, benefits, we grown.
Okay.
And 3, is like, that's what you utilize to invest in this. You feel me? Like, you take that to put into this. And right now, for me, like, when I got locked up, I remember one of the old heads, he was like, yo, listen, man, and I say this a lot, you could pay for 50 and play for 50, or you could you could pay 5 years and play for 50, or you could play for 5 years and pay for 50. Is your choice. So you have the opportunity to, right now, I could just hold it down, grind, you know.
Say it again?
All right. You could pay for 5 years and play for 50 years, right? Or you could play for 5 years and pay for 50 years.
I get it.
Yeah,
I'm a little slow, bro. You read all those books.
Nah.
You ain't read Outwitting the Devil, because you got it first time.
Ain't even about that. It's just the processing. Like, and that's what, it's just how, like, so when I wrote my project on Kanye, I used this dude named Paulo Fear. He wrote this book called The Pedagogy of the Oppressed. and his theory was reading the world comes before reading the word. So an example of that is you knew who your parents were before you knew the word mommy and daddy. You knew that these people were your parents, that they were somebody. So you was reading the world before you was reading the word. You feel me? So now when we look at education, reading, if a person had the lyrics of the song they were reading, they already like process what it is, but they're not really reading it. Now once they read it, now they understand it a bit more. Now they could put that together with what they learned in the world. Because once you learned the word mommy and daddy, you knew how to put mommy and daddy. Okay, this is the mommy and daddy of this person, and this is the mommy and daddy of this person. But at first it was just, this is my mommy and daddy. And then as your world grew,
you realize that people also had mommies and daddies as well. I like that. I'm studying that today on my game.
yeah.
I'm like, when we call time out, listen, you gotta read the world before you read the word. They were like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Fire.
Nah, I like that though, real talk. But I know I usually do this or that, right? Before we come to a conclusion. And that's when I ask you a few things. Evisu or Parasuco?
Evisu.
Hands down?
Yeah, Evisu.
Okay. Tommy Hilfiger or Nautica? He thought I was going to say Polo.
I thought so. Tommy or Naughty. Me personally, I'm gonna say Tommy, but like Naughty is really fire. If I was from Harlem, I'd have probably said Naughty.
You got to be from...
No,
Harlem?
because a lot of people that's something that like they wore, and that was religiously something that they was boats.
I don't know much about it, so, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, last questions. Cargos or corduroys?
I'm different. I got the cargo corduroys.
That's why I asked you.
All right.
That's why I put that question in there.
All right, but
what you gonna choose?
But I do corduroys.
I like corduroys, but I don't see no good corduroys anymore.
I mean, it's different because it's like it's something that you have to have a certain different style to put it together. Everybody just can't wear corduroys.
That's a fact. You still do Wally? Would you wear Wallies right now?
I never really wore Wallies. I wasn't one of the Hush Puppy or part of the Wu-Tang. I didn't do that.
That's not your thing.
Nah, that wasn't never my thing.
Ups over Wallies.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Like Wallies is like Pradas maybe.
I don't like I feel like the new products are different from the old products.
They are. I mean, me personally, like, I wouldn't buy them because I understand it. I understand the culture. You're not gonna sell me something that we made hot for more than the price that we made it hot for. Are you crazy? Why would I?
Products is like $200.
$250, $350. You feel me? Like anything other than that, you wilding because they still Pradas. Like you charging like Louis Vuitton numbers for like Pradas. You know what I'm saying? Like it was times where like that was the price of Louis.
You think Louis should be that expensive?
No. I mean, when you really understand was behind all of this, you just see that you buying into an ideal. You feel me? Like the difference in between buying Louis Vuitton and Lomein is marketing and advertising. It's ours.
Nipsey, right, did this. He put a price on his project. And you think because they put a price on it, people want it more? Or it comes with the marketing aspect of it?
It comes with marketing aspect too, but they definitely do. Because, all right, let's take a brand like Chrome Heart, right? You can't just walk in the store, right? And they got a lighter that costs $15,000.
15,000?
Like a lighter little joint, like 15 bands, bro.
For real?
Bro, they got Chrome Hearts is different. You understand what I'm saying? Like
I'm not really into the Chrome Hearts.
I understand
it.
that.
About it, yeah.
That's what I understand that, and it's something that is just a part of that culture. People are gonna buy what they want to buy based off of the story that it comes with.
Hype.
It's not even too much of hype. It's really story. Like all right, Louis Vuitton is hot because of that. Like they Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all those like brands like that. They're hot because of Dapper Dan. They sell clothes because of Dapper Dan. They sell clothes because of our culture. Before they was just known for luggage.
On some Pierre Cardin-ish.
You know what I'm saying? They just like MCM. They was just known for luggage as opposed to clothes. Then it just became clothes and shoes, and you understand their marketing became different because they started marketing to us.
And we make mostly everything hot. Anyway.
We make everything hot, everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything. It's not
once it come to us, it's hot.
Like
pause.
Like this is the reality of it, right? If we didn't, we wouldn't matter, right? Once you have the understanding that they are serving macaroni and cheese and candy yams and like Michelin restaurants and stuff like that, then you know what's going on. This is stuff that the bottom feeders, the people at the bottom, the enslaved people were eating. You understand?
And now it's a fine delicacy.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
but we could talk about those brands all day. I want to end it off with talking about Lomein. Tell us where we could find you.
Find me 65 Pearl Street, Dumbo, Brooklyn, 11201. Lomein, LOMEIN_collection. That's Instagram. And Lomein, LOMEIN collection, COLLECTION.com. That's the website. And you got to come to the store because a lot of stuff that's in the store, it's not online. Just like, you know, a Chrome Hard to different stores, you get, different brands because you get the experience of the store.
You get a better experience when you
like you see how you experienced the store today.
It was amazing, by the way.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that. And then the mere fact that you see my engagement with other people.
And I was fake working today. I was a little intern. I was like, how y'all doing?
Yeah. And you was seeing people that you knew.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Don't make it hot though.
I had to. Cause you had a good, you know.
I had a good vibe today.
It was a good vibe. Like my son was out there, like, yeah, come on in.
Man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. For real.
Door,
and you got the good shirt on too.
Yes, one of one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna see this on the site or in the store because it's tailor made for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing, man. Yo, conversations with Relleasy, Lomein Fresh. We out.